Could you live downtown in any city? Tell you, I don't know if I could. I'm more of like a house guy, but living downtown Pensacola may be a pretty cool option. 20 years ago, you wouldn't be got caught dead being downtown. But nowadays, it is thriving. There's so much going on in the downtown area of Pensacola that it actually kind of be a really cool spot. But the thing is, that's different than most downtowns, is you could actually get into a house or a cool little spot. It doesn't have to be in a condo like probably most downtowns. So if you have thought about moving downtown Pensacola, you got to stick around, because I'm actually going to pull up a map and we're going to do a map tour of what it would be like to live in downtown or right around downtown, just maybe a close golf cart ride. So stick around, we got a good one for you.
This one's going to be good.
So let's do this. I'm going to pull up my map. All right. So this is downtown Pensacola. As you can see right here, this is my office. We're downtown on Palafox. All right, so the true downtown, let's see here, is here's Palafox. This is your main road that goes through downtown. And then right here is Main Street. Okay, Main Street then comes here, and you can either take a left onto Barrancas and go that way, or you could keep going up and then you could hit Garden. Then this road right here is Garden, and then this is Cervantes. Okay, so Palafox runs all the way like this, runs all the way to the north side of town, pretty much past 9 Mile all the way up there. So this road here can bring you pretty much from the north side of town to the south side of town. Okay, but where is downtown exactly? Right here to the community park, right here. Boom, just a couple blocks, okay? But if you wanted to live downtown right around here, you're looking at more kind of condo lifestyle, okay? You're gonna be looking at a condo, up here at the Brent Loft, okay? Brent Lofts are awesome. They're really cool, old building, but you're gonna be, close to $1 million for one of those. And it's a old building condo, pretty cool, but a lot of these are just going to be condo. Okay, now if you wanted to get into something down here, you could come down to Port Royal, right? Port Royal's got these houses, and they also have some condos as well. But this is a really cool spot if you did want to live downtown and wanted more of a house. You are right here, right across the street from the Blue Wahoo Stadium. You got the Palafox Pier. I mean, really, really cool. Those are expensive. The HOAs are expensive. Really cool spot. You're paying for location, right? So, but a lot of people, what they're doing also, just so you kind of have that downtown feel, is getting out into the little neighborhoods. Maybe just east, just west, maybe just north of downtown. This is from Garden to Main is really, really short. Okay, that's a few blocks. And then from Garden to Cervantes, now Cervantes is one of the main roads that is down. It's kind of crazy. Cervantes, this is one of the weirdest things when I moved here. So right here it's Cervantes, and then it turns into Scenic Highway. Okay, here it's Cervantes, and then it turns into Mobile Highway. And then if you get up there, then it can turn into Beulah Road. But there's a lot of roads here that come into have like multiple names, which was kind of crazy when I moved here. But so let's look at downtown. So you got the letters over here. These letters, they call them the alphabet, the letters A, B, C, D, right, all the way down. You used to be a little bit, would it be a place that I would live? No. But there is some spots now that are really, the gentrification's going on. And you could come down here and find some beautiful homes, right? You're down here by the Yacht Club, the Orr House, Sanders Beach. They just redid a couple years ago, redid the Sanders Beach Community Center. It's really, really nice. They really did it up well. Pensacola Yacht Club's been putting in a lot of money, redoing a lot of their, they redid their marina. They just kind of cleared out all of this whole area over here, doing a lot. But Cypress Street is a really popular street with some really pretty houses. And then if you come up here, you'll come up to Main Street. Now, there was a fire here at Shoreline, but Shoreline Had some great food, very kind of international market, olives, olive oils, different Mediterranean, seasonings, foods. They had a really good deli in there too, but they're not back open. And then if you come down here, obviously you got the old Joe Patties, right? Joe Patty, you guys know the Joe Patties. Check out that video about Joe Patties. So this is, you got some industrial stuff throughout here as well. So that's a little, kind of weird if you are going to live live down here. You have some some industrial stuff, but like these were a bunch of like kind of nicer, they were kind of some nicer like cottage style homes that they put up. Now there's a bunch of them, but those what they look like. So there's Joe Patties. Now, one thing is you got Bruce Beach. Now, look at this, guys. This is kind of crazy because we actually did a video. Check out the video on it. But this is all developed now. It's really, really pretty. Really nice beach, a lot of walking area through here. They got tennis court, they got volleyball net court and things like that. But right here, they are actually building some really, really nice. It's going to be some mixed residential, commercial, but it's going to be a really, really nice apartment complex. And then you got the stadium over here, and then right here, this is the Blue Wahoo Stadium, one of the coolest stadiums. But they're actually building a Hard Rock hotel right here, not a casino, but they're building a Hard Rock hotel right here. They built a marina down here. They're doing a lot to this area. They're actually in the process of building like a walkable kind of sidewalk that pretty much goes from Bruce Beach all the way downtown, all the way to the water. So it'd just be a really cool walking kind of trail for you to be able to get to the water all the way over here, go through downtown instead of having to walk along Main Street, because we have such great water frontage and it just doesn't get utilized like it should. But this is actually down here is they're going to be this will be the home of American Magic, and then you got the Fish House. So you got all this really great stuff here. And talk about restaurants, bars. You got Dharma Blue, you got Seville, you got Hub Stacy's right here. Great little spot. Seville Square is a great park. It's where they do a lot of the festivals, seafood festival and things like that as well. And let's see, you got the YMCA is right here. So, which is great. If you like to work out, the pool, they got a steam room, a sauna, and then this is you got apartment complex. You got the apartments right here. Got Sabai, that's a Thai food place. But if you come over here, guys, into some of these other areas, this is we're still downtown, but look at you got some of these cool kind of feelings. It's a business, but kind of different feel on some of the styles of homes. So you'll see some newer stuff, or there's also be some older stuff. Well, let me get you down here, right? Some little houses like this, little kind of, late 1800s, early 1900s homes. Really, really cool. Look at these little kind of shotgun style homes. Juan's Flying Burrito, great spot. Okay, you also got some condos right there as well. Let's see here, some more of these kind of just this style home, right? You see, you got here's lots of businesses in here though as well. I'll show you down government here. So you could just see these kind of homes here along here. Now you're not going to get like a house on a quarter acre. You're not going to get a big yard. You're not going to get any of that stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, being downtown probably isn't for you. But if you don't mind, a little spot like this or, something like that, it's awesome. Now, let's go, let me get out of here. All right. But if you go just north of Garden, right? So here's Palafox Street. That's your main road. Then you got a bunch of other little kind of neighborhood that are going to get up in between Garden and Main, but you got all these other little houses, little neighborhoods all through here. Now, this part, when we start getting up into the north, this is North Hill. So a lot of these homes are just going to be smaller, or they're going to be older, those early 1900s homes, Victorian style homes, things like that. So you're not going to get your large yard, okay? Now, if you come over on kind of that west side over here, before you get to Pace, now that's pretty far to be going downtown. So I would probably, if you were talking about living downtown, you know, cutting it off at like A Street would probably be the spot, right? But you know, if you wanted, I know like right here we've built some newer homes, kind of that vertical, you know, more vertical style homes than horizontal. They're going up because the lots are smaller, you know, 40-foot lots. But if you want that, if you don't want a big yard to deal with, you know, you could definitely find some really cool spot. Now there's not a lot of grocery stores and things like that, but if you were living down here, you could come over to Everman's, which is right over here, or you just jump in the car and you come over to Public right here on in East Hill on 12th Avenue. Outside of downtown here, if you look over here, this is where you're gonna find McGuire's, you're gonna find another Broken Egg, you got NOLA, which is over here. Let's see what else. There's a Starbucks. You got Water Boys right there with Single Fin Cafe. And I'll tell you what, guys, let me tell you something. Let me show you one of the best. Right here, End of the Line Cafe. It's vegan food. But let me tell you, for someone that eats meat, I was very, very surprised in how good the food was at End of the Line. And not being a vegan, you guys should definitely, if you come into town, check out End of the Line Cafe. It's really, really good, super cute little spot. But the food's amazing. The food is amazing. So check that out. And then you got your base center and everything right there. But if you would like to ever kind of see what it's like to be downtown, if you want to kind of check out some houses, let us know. We love helping people. We love helping people relocate. We know what it's like to try to find a place when you're not around. You're like, okay, should I live downtown? Should I not? If you like that vibe of where everything's just going all the time, downtown's where it's at. You know, our downtown is thriving all day. So if you like that, definitely hit us up. We can find you some properties to check out that might fit you. Or if you want to look right outside of downtown, we can help you. It doesn't really matter. You know, there's a lot of great places within a 5-minute, 10-minute bike ride right downtown. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, when it comes to living downtown, our downtown is so small, but it's so cute. It's so quaint. I bet you would love hanging out, being around downtown. It's a cool vibe. And hey, if there's anything that we could do, let us know. We'll catch you on the next one.